Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. Today I'm going to be doing another Simpsons tapped out idea video. Now, I did a poll in the Discord, but there was sort of a tie between two of the ideas. There was a tie between the university idea and a tie between the update about a particular American state. So what I've decided to do is, instead of, I imagine now the tie's probably been broken, but I've decided this now anyway. Instead of kind of asking you to break the tie, I'm just going to do both. So I'm going to do the university one now. The next week's going to be my Christmas idea video. And then the week after that, I will do the one based on a particular American state. So today we're going to be doing the university event idea, as you can probably guess. I think this actually has a massive potential. Now, I haven't actually got all of the items and all of the characters that it could potentially add. I've kind of picked the ones that I kind of went in chronological order of like how the episodes were released, and that's how I've kind of decided on what I want in the game. Apart from the thing I picked as the Gills deal, just because I kind of wanted that, and that was from the This 90s Show episode, or whatever it's called, That 90s Show. But yeah, I think that this actually has massive potential as an update. Now, the only issue with this event is we've already got the Springfield University kind of main building. But this is okay. We got the elementary school building, yet they gave us an event basically based around the elementary school segment of the Treehouse of Horror. So I think it's still possible to do this update. So let's get into it. So start up, Mr. Burns gives Homer a surprise visit, and Smithers quizzes him on his work, and Homer seems to know nothing that he needs to know. Homer faces being fired, but Burns tells him he isn't. He isn't getting fired. Rather, it's worse. Homer instead must go back to university. Make Homer apply for university, make Mr. Burns pay the fees, and this will unlock the Springfield University, and it will also unlock the event. Now, the event currency will be, Act 1 will be plutonium rods, Act 2 will be gummy bears, Act 3 will be footballs, and Act 4 will be colonialist art. So, let's get into the update. So, you'll get this cool little building. Now, they could throw this in the prize track like they did with the elementary school, but I didn't want to waste a slot to add new items, so I just threw it in the kind of startup. Anyway, bam! Gil's gonna come, and he's gonna be like, look, there's a deal. The deal is Stephen August with Stephen August's apartment and top of the staircase grill. So 2 buildings with 1 character for 250 donuts. A little pricey, but Gil's deals tend to be a little pricey, so I thought this would be fair. You're getting a really, really awesome building, and then kind of like a cool enough building. You know, it's a house, and we've got things similar to this, I guess, but it's nice to get it, to actually have his home in the game as well, or his apartment in the game as well. I guess this actually might be a townhouse, not an apartment. Maybe it's not an apartment. Yeah. Okay, maybe just Stephen August's house. But yeah, I still think this would be really, really awesome to get. So yeah, it's a cool little combo. Anyway, moving on. Act 1 comes along. In the store will be the nuclear physics professor with the nuclear physics lecture building for 150 donuts. Now, I know this character isn't named, but I think he's significant enough to the point where I'm cool with him being added. I actually would be a little annoyed if he wasn't added. I don't know, one of the kind of more iconic jokes in The Simpsons is when he drops the cards and Homer kind of laughs at him. Because obviously he makes like a physics joke, then Homer doesn't laugh, he's the only one who doesn't laugh, then he drops his cards and Homer bursts out laughing. I don't know, it's a joke that I remember, so I would really like to have this guy in the game. And the perfect building to come with him is the lecture hall that obviously he teaches at. I mean, this could just be called the University Lecture Hall. I don't know if it's exactly it's exclusively a nuclear physics lecture hall, but they don't really say. So they could just call it the University Lecture Hall or lecture building. Anyway, Act 1, Homer takes his first nuclear physics class, but is uninterested in listening. Marge tells him he needs to listen so he can be qualified for the job and pay to support the family. Marge encourages Lisa to help Homer, so you make Lisa take out books to help Homer, make Homer procrastinate, and make Springfielders earn plutonium rods, and this will unlock the wheelbarrow of books. So you just get this kind of wheelbarrow filled to the brim with books. Homer thanks Lisa as his studying is actually paying off. Even the nuclear physics professor thinks he is doing well. But Marge is mad about his late-night parties with the nerds, obviously Gary, Doug, and Benjamin. Marge tells Homer that he needs to apply for a dorm, so you make Homer apply for a dorm, make Marge pick up duff cans, and make Springfielders earn plutonium rods, and this will unlock the university dorms. Now, there is also a female dorm, so I guess they could call this the university male dorm, but just call it the dorms. They don't really specify what it is, like if it's a male dorm, but there is like a separate building, which we'll get onto in a minute. That's why I'm kind of like, maybe they separate it just for, I don't know, just for the sake of it, but they don't need to. Moving on. The nuclear professor tells Homer that he is passing his class with flying colours and wants Homer to demonstrate how a particle accelerator works to the faculty staff. Homer is nervous but agrees. So you make Homer practice the experiment to make Lisa encourage her father, make Springfielders earn plutonium rods, and this will unlock the particle accelerator as a decoration. I couldn't get a good shot, but you do get to see the whole thing. But yeah, you get this anyway as a decoration. Moving on, Homer attends the party with the faculty staff and meets Bobby Peterson, the dean, who tells him he is impressed with what the nuclear physics professor is saying about him and his progress. Homer is, drunk. So you make Homer try to act sober, make Springfielders earn plutonium rods, and this will unlock the university main hall. So you get this as a little building, pretty cool. Moving on, Homer pukes over the particle accelerator during the demonstration, and it causes a meltdown. Everyone is obviously very angry at Homer. You could have some cool little back and forth. Maybe Bobby is like, oh man, you can have a second chance. You know, he's that kind of cool dean. So you make Homer apologize to Peterson, make Burns have to pay for the damages, and make Springfielders earn plutonium rods, and this will unlock Bobby Peterson as a full playable character. Boom, moving on, Act 2 comes along. Springfield A and M with Sir Oinks-a-Lot for 150 donuts. Now I know that this is just a pig, but I want this pig to have full tasks. It's a travesty that he's not been added to the game yet. I mean, look at him. He's kind of beta, if you will, and he's the beta version of Spider-Pig or Plopper, so he's got to be added in the game. Bobby Peterson tells Homer that because of the recent meltdown, he feels that he can't trust him on his own, so he is assigning him a buddy. Peterson tells Homer that she is waiting for him in the woman's dorm. So you make Homer visit his buddy, make Peterson give Homer a second chance, and that Homer visit his buddy will probably just be at the university building. But you make Peterson give Homer a second chance, make Springfielders earn gummy bears, and this will unlock the university's woman's dorm, or Springfield University woman's dorm. Or women's dorm, I should say. Women's dorm? Women's dorm. Can barely speak today. Yeah, it's a cool enough little looking building, so. Like I said, they kind of segregated off for this episode, but, well, not this episode. I've kind of like tied this in with this kind of character and this storyline. But anyway, Homer is shocked to find his buddy is Ashley Grant. Homer is not up for it, and neither is Ashley, but Homer tells her that they need to work together. Ashley tells Homer that she is protesting the sexualization of gummy bears. Homer tells her there is no way he can protest without eating, but she tells him he has to, and she'll help him with the nuclear physics research he must do. So you make Homer attend a protest, make Lisa come along to the protest, make Springfielders earn gummy bears, that's not meant to be plutonium rods, and this will unlock the Venus de Milo gummy bear display. So you get the kind of like little display cabinet with the Venus de Milo on the pillow. It can rotate as well, it can have its own little animation with it rotating. Be very, very cool to get. Lisa is happy that her dad is fighting for a cause, but Homer is less than pleased. Ashley finds out that these gummy bears have been funded by Springfield A and M, and they must be destroyed. So you make Homer watch gummy bears be destroyed. He's in horror and shock that he can't eat them. Make Lisa help destroy sexist gummy bears, and make Springfielders earn gummy bears to unlock the Jolly Gummy Bear display. So yeah, there's a little decoration. I know that it's real tricky because I kind of wanted to do something that follows the story that Ashley Grant is in, but it's okay. This is kind of difficult because at the time of its release, it's sort of like, you know, she believes that she's been like assaulted. So I didn't really want to go down that path, so I kind of done something a little silly with like protesting the sexualization of gummy bears. I know it's a little silly, but I really didn't want to go down that other subject matter, so this is what I've got. But Ashley thanks Lisa and Homer and promises to help Homer with his research, but they both get very bored with the research and decide to get drunk. So you make Homer go to a dorm party, make Lisa do Homer's research, and make Springfielders earn gummy bears, and this will unlock Dingo Junction. Dingo Junction. I can barely say it. Ashley has a terrible hangover and begs Homer to fill in her shift at Dingo Junction. I can barely say that. Now, I'm not sure how reliable this is, but on the wiki, apparently she works there part-time. And I know, obviously, she has that whole babysitting thing, obviously, in the episode, but I figured I'd play in on that, so that's why I added that building. So, but anyway, Homer agrees. Lisa tells Homer that Ashley is never going to help him with his research and tells him she has done it for him. So you make Homer apologize to Lisa, make Lisa forgive Homer, and make Homer cover Ashley's shift, and this will unlock Ashley Grant as a full playable character. Very awesome. Yeah, so moving on. In Act 3, in the store, we have Dean Peterson with Dean Peterson's house. Now, you may recall, Bobby Peterson was the dean, right? So, I don't know if this is like a continuity error or what, but obviously we have Bobby Peterson here, who looks very different to Dean Peterson in this episode. So, I don't think they are meant to be the same character. I'm pretty confident they are meant to be separate characters, but they have the same name and they're both dean of the university. Obviously, we don't know this guy's first name. We just know he's the dean, and his surname is Peterson. So, I didn't know what to do with that, so I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to add them both as separate characters. So, you get Dean Peterson with Dean Peterson's house for 150 donuts. Moving on. So, the nuclear professor is very impressed with Homer's research and tells him that he has passed his semester. Homer asks, when is the next semester? And the professor tells him, well, he started late, so it's not until the summer break has ended. Homer asks, what is he meant to do now? And the professor suggests he should look for a hobby. So you make Homer wander the university, make Homer look at the extracurricular, I can barely say that, and make Springfielders earn footballs to unlock the university statue. I'm not sure who this is meant to be a statue of, I'll be honest. I zoomed it in, but I can't read it, so I'm just going to pretend I don't know. So Dean Peterson tells Homer to join the football team. Homer is confused, where is Bobby? But Dean Peterson says that Bobby had to go as he is the boring dean, but Dean Peterson is the cool summer dean. So make Homer back away from the other Dean Peterson because he's a bit freaked out, and then you make Homer sign up for the football team and make Springfielders times 3 look at the university football team lineup, and also make Springfielders earn footballs. So, and then this will unlock the Springfield University Stadium. Now, in the episode, this is just the Springfield Stadium, but there's a kind of debate, I guess, on whether or not this is the same stadium as the kind of baseball stadium that we already have in the game. I'm not sure, because this one looks quite different. The exterior looks very different. So I figured what might be best is they just kind of call this the University Stadium and call it a day. So that's the University Stadium and add it in the game. At least that's what I think would be best. They could add this building in the game fairly easily if you kind of have like a shot of it from, so that in the game you can kind of see the, the stadium, the actual seats, all the seats, and maybe see a bit of the field. A little bit like the Isotope Stadium. I think the Isotope Stadium, the one we got in No Books Given, is the best stadium in the game. It's actually really nice looking, and I want them to do something similar with this, and I think they can. So yeah, the University Stadium. Moving on, Homer goes to try out, but finds Lenny and Carl there too, who are also trying out. Anton Lubchenko asks the men to show him what they've got. So you make Homer try out for the team, make Lenny and Carl try out for the team, and make Springfielders earn footballs to unlock the football floats. So you get these two, kind of the ball and the helmet, and as kind of like a 2-in-1 decoration. Wrong thing. Anton is impressed with Lenny and Carl, but tells Homer that he can't be on the team or even the bench. Homer asks if he can do something else instead, and Anton has an idea. So you make Homer serve food for the footballers, make Lenny and Carl play football and make Springfielders earn footballs to unlock the football barbecue. So you get this little barbecue with the little meat on the, the sausages and the kind of meat on there. I know we got other barbecues in the game, but honestly, I was like, what are we going to do? So I just kind of threw that in. Then Anton is impressed with the team's performance, but they now have a game against Springfield A&M. So you make Lenny play his best, make Carl play his best, and make Homer cook his best, then make Springfield his own footballs to unlock Anton Lubchenko. And Anton Lubchenko kind of runs in at the end, and he loses his leg again. So sad for him. Anyway, moving on, we have Carrie. This is Act 4, Carrie with Carrie's car. So you get this little car, 125 donuts, and with that you get, of course, Carrie as a full playable character. So I made this one a little short because I was kind of like, didn't know what to do with it. So Lisa asks Homer if he can do what he promised and show her around the university. A hungover Homer asks when he said that, and she tells him that that's the only reason she did that research for him. Homer tells her to take his university pass and see it for herself. So you make Lisa explore the university, make Homer recover from his hangover, and make Springfield his own colonialist art to unlock the Hillel building. So this is, I guess, like a Jewish-themed lecture hall, maybe? I'm not sure if it's a lecture hall or like a dorm. I think it's a lecture hall. Hillel, I don't know if I'm saying that. I'm probably saying that wrong. Hillel, yeah, Hillel. I believe Hillel was like a Jewish scholar who like helped put together the Talmud, I believe. So I'm not sure, something like that. I'm not sure if it's based on him or like his teachings or something. It was kind of just there in the episode. It was like panned over it. So I figured, yeah, why not add it in the game? Lisa is amazed at the diversity of the university, of all the classes and all that, and all the things that she can do, and she can't decide what to pick. So Carrie and Tina, they kind of come in, and they tell her that she should check out the notice post. There is plenty to do at the uni, and maybe she'll find something that kind of stands out. So you make Lisa pick a university activity, make Marge look for Lisa, and make Springfield his own colonialist art to unlock the university notice post. So I noticed this in the background, and I just thought it looked kind of cool, so I figured why not add it in the game as a cool little decoration. Marge stops Lisa from doing anything else, but then she sees Carrie and Tina spray painting a colonialist picture, art picture. Make Marge get flashbacks from her university days, make Lisa be confused, and make Springfield his own colonialist art to unlock the evil art piece. So it's just this kind of art photo posted on Evil. I know that the segment of the episode wasn't about that, but I don't know, I figured it'd be a nice little kind of weird, sort of, not weird, but like a nice little kind of, let's revolt against the colonialism, because, Marge kind of, she tells Lisa to go challenge the art, and Lisa doesn't really want to. She doesn't really want to do that. She wants to do other things. Maybe she finds something else she wants to do. But Marge is like, no, you have to do it. So you make Lisa protest art, make Marge be proud of Lisa, make Springfielders earn colonialist art, and this will unlock the University Art Building, as you can see here. It's a cool looking building. And then finally, Carrie and Tina tell Lisa that she is super cool, but her mom is super uncool, and they need to ditch her. Lisa, however, tells them that Marge is super cool, and she will never be embarrassed by her. So you make Lisa be ditched, make Marge hug Lisa, and make Springfield his own colonial star, and this will unlock Tina as a full playable character. Let's get on to the tasks. Oh no, before we get on to the tasks, the epilogue. Homer gets ready for his next semester, but Burns stops him, as the prices are just too ridiculous. So Homer is sad that uni is over, but at least he can slack off at work freely. So you make Homer pack up his dorm, and maybe say goodbye to Peterson. So anyway, so for August, I believe that's his surname, I think it's Stefan August, is it? Spray paint art for 60 minutes as an animation. Eat at the top of the staircase grill for 4 hours. Teach art history for 6 hours. That'll be the art museum. Obviously, that will be the where it says. Prepare a new class for 8 hours. That could be at his house. Pedal bike for 12 hours. That'll be him on his little pedal bike, kind of going around the town. And stay up all night thinking about Marge. That'll be at his house for the lecture professor, the nuclear physics professor even. Drop and pick up his cards for 60 minutes as an animation. Attend a faculty party for 4 hours. That'll be at the main hall. Teach a class for 6 hours. That'll be at the lecture hall. Fail students for 8 hours. Again, lecture hall. Try and stop the particle accelerator. That will be an animation with the particle accelerator. It's doing it's kind of going out of control, and he's trying his best to stop it, basically. And then write physics jokes for 24 hours. That will be at his lecture hall. Then we have Bobby Peterson, feed squirrels for 60 minutes. This was something in the episode where Homer was kind of chasing after the squirrels, and I'm kind of like thinking about the whole poofy dog with the guy incognito task. So I'm thinking maybe they just have Bobby Peterson feed the squirrels as a kind of, because Bobby's like such a cool guy, so I figured he probably would do that. Open up a new lecture hall for 4 hours. That could be anywhere, just the university building, ideally. Host a staff meeting for 8 hours, that'll be the main hall. Play guitar for 12 hours, that'll be him, doing exactly that. And then give students a second chance for 24 hours, that will be at the the uni. For Sir Unks-a-Lot, attack Homer for 60 minutes, that'll be him kind of attacking Homer. Drink beer for 4 hours, that'll be at the Simpsons house. Meet with Nixon for 6 hours, this could be at the Scandalgate Hotel, or if you don't own the Scandalgate Hotel, it can just be at the Brown House. Fight Plopper for 8 hours, this will be an exclusive task with him and Plopper in the Simpsons house. Actually, I guess if you don't have Plopper, you can do the task anyway. And then be airlifted to safety for 12 hours, that'll be him. A little helicopter's kind of got him attached to a little harness, and he's just kind of being transported over your town, just like the Arnie Pie task or the Santa Homer task. And then be a mascot for the university for 24 hours, that'll be at the Springfield A&M. And then for Ashley Grant, destroy gummy bears for 60 minutes, that'll be an animation of her kind of just destroying a crate of gummy bears. Go to a dorm party for 4 hours, obviously that will be at the women's dorm. Work at Dingo Junction for 8 hours, that'll obviously be there. Protest for 12 hours, that'll be an animation of her protesting. And then write an essay for 24 hours, that will be probably at either the women's dorm, it could be anywhere really, the Brown House, or just the university. And then for the other Dean Peterson, collect donations for 60 minutes, it'll be him with a bag, encouraging donations. Encourage the football team for 4 hours, that'll be at the stadium. Hide in his house for 6 hours, that'll be obviously in his house. Fill in for a class for 8 hours, that will be at the university. Try and get a bucket off his head for 12 hours, that will be an animation of him doing exactly that. And then give a speech, that will be at the main hall for 24 hours. For Anton, we have lose a leg for 60 minutes. Be him trying to like kick a football and his leg just goes flying, and then maybe he goes and picks it up. Be a funny little animation. Eat Homer's barbecue ribs for 4 hours, that'll be at the stadium or the barbecue rib thing. Help build the floats for 8 hours, that'll be the floats. Run with the ball for 12 hours, that'll be him with a football and his helmet on, just kind of charging for your town. And then train the team for 24 hours, that will also be at the stadium. Then for Carrie, we got workout for 60 minutes, it'll be her kind of doing some stretches or something like that. Go to a dorm party for 4 hours, obviously at the women's dorm or one of the other dorms. Go to a lecture for 6 hours, I'll be at the lecture hall or the university. Wash car for 8 hours, that'll be obviously at a car. Drive around for 12 hours, this will be an exclusive animation with her driving her car around Springfield, around your town. I like it when they did that with the snowmobile, and I think they can do it for this one. And then ditch losers for 24 hours, that will be anywhere really. Brown House, university, doesn't really matter. Then for Tina, we got practice stretches for 60 minutes. It'll be a similar-ish animation to the workout one, but I couldn't think of anything because they're both like gymnastics. That's about as deep as their characters go, so it's kind of hard. Go to a dorm party for 4 hours. That will be obviously same sort of task. Fall asleep in a lecture for 8 hours. Turn on Lugash for 12 hours. So I thought this would be kind of funny. If obviously because Lugash is a shouty man, why not Tina kind of be shouting at him and he's kind of bit afraid. That could be kind of funny. And then ditch Carrie for 24 hours. That will be her in the Brown House or something. Ditching Carrie. So that is the event. I think that, and there's more. Like I missed a few things. There was kind of like a professor, I forget what he's called, but he was like this really beefy professor. There was him. There was a few other students I've missed. There's kind of quite a lot actually that I've missed that they definitely could include. So I think this event has a lot of potential, and I really think they could make something out of this. So I can honestly see this in the future. Something about it, the sentiment is there. But I don't know, let me know what you thought about this event. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you add? What would you improve? And yeah, anyway, overall, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, obviously next week will be my Christmas ideas. Can't wait to do that. It's nothing too exciting. It's kind of a mismatch? Is that the term? It's a bunch of stuff that I've thrown together and tried to make an event out of it. So stay tuned for that. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. As always, thanks for watching. goodbye.